Hey, welcome to Echo Speak English. Today we're going to jump into some of the most useful words in the entire English language, frequency adverbs. Seriously, these are words you'll use every single day. So, let's get started.
Just think about it for a sec. How often do you do these things? The words you're using in your head to answer those questions, well, that's exactly what we're learning today. They're absolutely essential for talking about your life and your habits.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll cover what these words are. Then, we'll figure out exactly where they go in a sentence. After that, I'm going to show you something I call a frequency meter to help you remember what they mean. Then, we'll practice them all together, and we'll wrap up with 2 pro tips to make you sound supernatural.
All right, part 1. What exactly are frequency adverbs? You can think of them as the basic building blocks for talking about your everyday life.
It's really simple. Adverbs of frequency tell us, you guessed it, the frequency. They answer that classic question, how often? Does something happen all the time, just some of the time, or maybe not at all? These little words give us the answer.
And this is why they are so incredibly important. Without them, it's really hard to talk about our routines, like what you do every morning. They make our sentences so much more precise, so people know exactly what we mean. They're just the key to talking about any repeated action.
Okay, let's move on to part 2. Now, I know this is where a lot of learners get a little bit confused. Placement. But trust me, it's actually pretty simple once you know the 3 main rules.
Okay, rule number 1, this is the most common one you'll see. The frequency adverb goes right before the main verb. Take a look at the example. They often go to the park. Here the main verb is go. Oh, and a quick tip on pronunciation, a lot of the time that T is silent. Listen, often. You give it a try, often. Now, rule 2 is a special case. It's for the verb to be. Words like am, is, and are. In this case, the adverb actually comes after the verb. We are usually happy. See that? Usually is right after are. Let's practice that word too. Usually. Perfect.
And finally, rule number 3. If you've got a helping verb in there, like can, will, or have, the adverb gets kind of sandwiched right in between them. For instance, you can sometimes see him here. It just fits perfectly. Let's hear you say that one. Sometimes.
All right, you know the rules. So now let's really lock in what these words mean. And the best way I know how to do this is with a simple little tool I like to call the frequency meter. It's just a scale from 100% of the time all the way down to 0. Let's go down the meter together from the top to the bottom. I'll say the word and you repeat it right after me. It's great practice. Ready? Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and last one, never. See? This meter is such a great way to remember what each one means. Okay, you've learned the rules, you've learned the meanings. Now for the most important part of all, let's practice. Actually seeing and saying these words in full sentences is the absolute best way to make them stick in your brain. You ready for this?
Okay, let's see these in action. I'm going to read some sentences about daily routines. Try saying them with me, or even just listen for how the adverb fits. First one, I always brush my teeth in the morning. Next up, she usually takes the bus to work. How about this one? We often play chess together. And one more, he sometimes goes jogging in the evening. Awesome job.
These words are also perfect for describing behaviors and habits. For example, they are rarely late to school. Notice how rarely comes right after the verb are? And our last one here, she is never rude to anyone. See? That one little word tells you so much about her personality, right? You are really getting the hang of this. Okay, I've got 2 final pro tips for you. These are going to help you avoid some common mistakes and sound even more natural when you're speaking. So, check this out. It's a really cool exception to the rules. Remember how we said the adverb usually goes somewhere in the middle? Well, you can start a sentence with it, but pretty much only when you're giving strong advice or a really important instruction, like always be kind to others. It just sounds so powerful, like a rule to live by. And for our second pro tip, let's talk about a super common mistake with the word never. The one thing you have to remember is that never is already a negative word. That means you don't need another negative word like don't or doesn't. So please don't say, he doesn't never smoke. Instead, just say, he never smokes. It's cleaner, it's simpler, and it's correct. Wow, we've covered a lot. So now it is your turn to practice. Here's my question for you. How often do you listen to music? Use one of the words we learned today,
always, sometimes, rarely, whatever is true for you, and write your answer down in the comments below. I am really excited to read your sentences.
And that is our guide to English frequency adverbs. I really hope this explainer was helpful for you. If you want to keep improving your English with clear, simple lessons just like this one, make sure you subscribe to Echo Speak English. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.